and you have to open your show with a clip of either me crying or me talking about having a three-way.
Do you want me to make you cry?
Hang on.
This is gonna do monster numbers. It's another Monday, which means it's time for another episode of the Sean McTalk Show. I am Sean McLoughlin, I'm your host. I'm so happy that you're watching this, listening to this. Maybe neither. Maybe you're at a laptop or a TV and you've just got your fingers to the vibrations of the speaker and you're trying to predict what the hell's going on. The key thing is, I've not had time. We've not had time. This is Elliot's the sidekick. He's still here.
Hello.
Sorry, I should have said that earlier. We've not had time to prepare anything.
We had time.
We didn't have time. I've been on the phone all morning to Spotify, Elliot. I have a morning, the few hours before the show where I try and write things out. Spotify wanted to take our podcast off the air. Why? Well, they didn't say why. I think it's because, frankly, we were telling the truth. And the regime didn't like it. Could also have been because the trailer for the series used licensed music, which I didn't have the license for. Look, we'll never know. The key thing is, we don't have anything to say to you. But we've got Fern Brady coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be wonderful.
Yeah? You've read Fern's book?
I have.
Yeah? You've seen Fern live?
Yeah, lots of times, yeah.
You watched Brexit Stage Left, the show that me and Fern did?
I watched 3 of the episodes, yeah.
Okay, to be honest, not having anything prepared, I think this is a good opportunity.
Let's
loosen ourselves up a bit, but also we don't really like to force the issue in terms of asking people for reviews and to subscribe and to like and to have and to leave a comment. Every time you watch a YouTube show or you listen to a podcast or whatever it is, they're always saying, "Hey guys, please give us a review. Please give us 5 stars. Yeah, please."
Gross.
It's disgusting.
Disgusting. We would never ask you to do that.
Well,
we stand above that.
Okay, Elliot, I'm going to need you to just shut the trap for just a couple of minutes. Because we really need to start asking you to do that. Because the algorithm is not helping us, okay? And without the algorithm, we're doomed. We need some engagement from you, the great unwashed, the public, And look, some people say that the general public, they wouldn't know quality if it punched them in the nose. They wouldn't know quality if it bought a backdrop from Poland and started putting on a chat show in its living room. That's what some people say. I'm not one of those people, but some people do say that. So what we're going to need is, if you like this show, and you do, let's be honest, you do. You do like it. If you like this show, just leave a little comment under the video or the podcast.
Positive.
Leave it a positive one. I don't want no jokers thinking, "Oh, I'm going to write a funny negative one, and Sean and Elliot are going to see it, and then they're going to hire us to write on the show."
Bring Johnny Pelham back.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Leave a nice little review. Subscribe to the podcast or to the YouTube channel. Give us a little like if you're on YouTube. Go on all 3 formats. Go on all the formats. Go on Apple. Do it. Do all of that.
Collect them all.
Because you know what? People talk about engagement. I don't think people even know what they're talking about anymore. Like when I say the word engagement, if I was to say something to you, I go, "That was an engaging piece of art." What would you say?
I'd say, what do you mean by that? What is art?
Yeah, I wouldn't have this conversation with you anyway because you got your own stuff going on. But the thing is
I'm very cultured.
Okay, what was the last movie you watched?
Oh no, never mind.
Genuinely, what was it?
K-pop Demon Hunters. I was sad. I wanted to know what the hype was about.
Yeah, at the end. And how did you feel how did you feel going in? Look, the key thing is, we talk about things being engaging, and the internet has ruined this word. Because I used to think, when we were growing up, if you were like a film producer and you wanted to make something engaging, you'd be like, oh, what an engaging film. Everyone was sat there in silence. They were rapt. They couldn't speak. That used to be what engaging meant. Now it means the opposite. Now it means like there's loads of comments and there's loads of likes.
No, you can't pay attention to anything anymore. No attention span.
If you go see a film now and it's engaging, do you know what that means? It means people are hurling abuse at the screen after 1 minute. They're going, they keep going, I like this, I like this.
Thick, you're thick.
You're thick, but we love you and frankly we need you.
We need you.
So, like it. And to be honest, if you're here because of Fern Brady, we love you even more. And please watch some of the other episodes, because normally we do a nice little thing at the beginning that's a bit more prepared. But I had to...
I don't think Spotify have a phone. I don't think you're on the phone with Spotify.
I was texting them. Fern Brady after this.
Come on down to my house, yeah.
Our guest this week has emerged as one of the most exciting comedians of the last 10 years and one of the least confident drivers in London. She has toured worldwide, she's appeared on Taskmaster, Brexit Stage Left, and is probably the most significant literary figure to emerge since David Walliams. She is a dear friend. I'm delighted she's here. It's Fern Brady, everybody. How are you, Fern?
I was going to say something about David Walliams, but I didn't.
Why not?
The guy that did my audiobook, the sound engineer, said Walliams is the worst celebrity he's ever met.
Well, we've got our clip.
Well, I said, who's the best celebrity you've met? Claudia Winkleman, he said. And the worst, David Walliams. I met Claudia Winkleman and she was the best.
Was she?
Yeah, she's so tiny and brown. And
Like a Kinder Egg.
and she was eating Monster Munch. And she was like, with any luck, darling, we'll be in a fucking Addison Lee by 11. You can't say that about what, because we all know the thing about David Walliams.
Do we? I'm interested. What is that thing?
About his sister and
Right, well, I think we've
about how he loves his sister in a
he
normal
loves his sister in a
way.
very normal way. Fern, I am so happy you're here.
Yes.
I already think this is going to be a great episode of the Sean McTalk Show. And I've got to say, Fern, you were meant to do this show a few weeks ago. You were meant to do this show weeks ago. Now, we've had some flimsy excuses for an act pulling out, but yours really takes the biscuit. When I text you a few days before, you were still all right for the show, and you
Yeah.
send me a screenshot of your confirmation at drawing school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you sign up for the drawing school to get out of doing the show, or was it just a coincidence?
No, I've been getting really severe PMS just as part of getting older. And every time it happens, I do another strange thing. So I was sitting in bed, and it wasn't bedtime, and I was like, oh. And then I thought, I'm going to become an artist. So then I signed up to attend the Royal Drawing School intensive drawing course for 3 months.
Yeah.
But I have been going to art school.
And how's it been going?
Amazing.
Yeah?
I'm not any better at drawing, but I just like not doing comedy.
But the interesting thing about you and our journey to getting you here on that hallowed chair, is that chair okay, by the way?
It's all right, yeah.
My wife worries that she says I shouldn't make the guests sit on this chair. She says
Maybe get a wing-backed chair.
a what back
Like
chair?
a high wing-back chair.
Okay, well, you're not on Taskmaster anymore, Fern. But I drove you here, and we had a discussion, because I thought I always offer to drive all the guests to my home.
Just like Jimmy Fallon does.
Just like Jimmy Fallon. And we always do carpool karaoke, just like Corden. Today we did Napalm Death. It's going to do really well. But I thought you would have said, can I do an impression of you?
Yeah.
Okay, Sean, no, I'll drive over there. I thought that's what you were going to do, because your driving status is one of the great, long-lasting psychodramas of my life.
Oh yeah, I was quite rude to you about your driving.
You've been rude to me about my
before.
driving, and then you started to learn to drive.
Yeah.
And you were apologetic, and you would send me these long voice notes I mean, we're talking 4-5 minutes. Like,
No, it didn't.
I had a personalised podcast every week from Fern Brady where you'd say,
This
hey,
isn't
like,
true.
It is true. I could get them out. And you'd be like, oh, I didn't want to do an roundabout. And I'm...
Am I Indian?
What is your status with driving? Because you failed your driving theory test how many times?
No, I passed theory the first time.
Great.
I've failed my test 3 times, and I
Okay.
passed the 4th time.
The 4th time.
But the first 2 tests I decided to do in a town called Peoples in Scotland that I've never lived in, because I read they would be easy to... Also, I did my first 2 tests without lessons, so I didn't know how roundabouts worked or anything. And
So you did your first 2 driving tests without ever having taken a lesson?
yeah, because
Had
I
you
just
driven in a
thought-
car? Had you-
I had driven a little bit, but not... I didn't know most of the rules.
Sure.
So I failed spectacularly.
Yeah.
And then the 3rd one, it was actually just nerves. But then the 4th one, no, it's better. I don't see how I passed. I passed in a legitimate way, and it's fine.
Okay, well...
Just because it'll get used. I don't want it to ever
It'll
get
get
used
used.
if I have a car crash. Or anything.
Okay, yeah. I mean, look, just we want it to be on the record for any judges watching in the future. None of the Sean
I am
McTalk
a
show should ever be used as evidence in a car crash investigation. And that goes for all of our guests. Okay, Ferd, if that gives you a bit more peace of mind, okay?
That's going to come back to haunt you.
Something's
getting.
Oh,
yeah, it is.
yeah, no, cut that.
Okay. No, I retract that. Future...
The instructor knew who I was and gave me only easy manoeuvres.
It's pretty good.
That's fine. That's completely fine.
But by that time, I'd done so many tests that I was ready for all the hard manoeuvres.
Yeah.
Like, I can parallel park really well. I can almost reverse into a space.
Well, there we go. So,
Yeah.
so look, no harm, no foul. Future judge, I just want you to know, she passed fair and square. Being given easy manoeuvres is not, that's not in itself a crime. I
It
think
was the easiest test out of my 4 tests, and he kept, like, at the end of the test, he said, "We all enjoyed you on Taskmaster, and you have passed your test."
Did I ever tell you about my driving instructor? He was a very intense man. He was from Somalia. He had 8 children. He had 4 pet turtles. And that was
Wow.
the tip of the iceberg. This is the kind of stuff he would say to me during lessons. And I'd never driven before. I was learning to drive in London as an adult. And he would say stuff to me like if we were driving towards a light and it went from green to yellow, he would lean right into me and he'd go, beat the red light. And I went, okay. And then we'd be in a 20-mile-an-hour zone and he would be like, they mean 30, just floor it. My driving instructor said this, yeah. And I remember when I was driving up to do my test, he said, just to let you know, you're not good enough and you're going to fail. And I passed with flying colours.
That's terrible.
Yeah, because they recognised me from Brexit Stage Left. You okay?
Yeah, I got Invisalign.
Did you?
Yeah, and
You've
they're
always
really
had great
tight.
teeth, though.
Yeah, I had to restart them again because my teeth started moving.
I've heard making a lot of money does tend to stress out the old jaw.
No, aging.
Oh, is that right?
Makes a lady's jaw shrink.
I tell you what, since I've started doing this show, I've been very aware of how rank my teeth look on camera. So I maybe need to get some extensive dental work.
They're all right.
Wow.
I think they're charming.
You don't pull any punches, do you?
No, I think they're charming. Well, no, because I didn't want to be like, you've got lovely teeth in case it seemed like I was flirting with you. I think your teeth are nice.
I can't imagine you flirting with anyone, Fern.
Really?
No, I wouldn't even know what that looks like.
I think it's really obvious.
Is it?
No.
You put the glass bottle down.
I suppose I would follow the person around, look at them adoringly.
You're right, that would be pretty obvious.
Yeah, I think it's really obvious.
Why is Fern in my local Aldi?
Wait, what did you ask me? Flirting? What was before flirting?
I don't think I have asked you anything. I asked you if you were related to Wayne Brady, but I don't think that's going to make the edit.
What's the next question?
17th of April, 2012.
Was that when we first met?
That is when we first met. I was going to ask
Was
you.
it- was
I
it-
was going to ask
what are you
you
on about?
what that day meant to you, and the answer is that is when we first met face to face. It was a big day in human history. Meeting you at XS Malarkey was a great thrill,
No, I don't. You weren't very friendly. I don't think.
wasn't I?
No, I remember when you were friendly to me was when we did a bad job together that would bring people together. That's how you actually become friends. Wasn't it because we did a bad run through?
So I wasn't friendly to you when we first met.
Well, you weren't like unfriendly, but you weren't dead friendly.
Well, that's fine. Neutrality is fine.
Yeah,
isn't it?
neutral.
Neutral is
But then-
good, right? Fern, I've always been a fan
You
of
did
yours.
always say that I was very kind and sweet.
Did I?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's the only one that says that.
I remember, I think I said you were adorable once when we were making that show.
Yeah, I was so touched.
Yeah,
and
then-
then I told Connor, and he was like, what's he on about?
Yeah, well, in hindsight, we'd been in Amsterdam, and I think you were high as a kite. But I do still think let's move away from Brexit stage left. Rest in peace, the greatest travelogue that never was. You were a journalist.
Well, like, no, I did training for it and then dropped out.
Well, I would love to see you as a news reporter. I think you'd be fantastic on the BBC.
I really...
Okay, the economy's doing a job here.
You're just so offensive.
I'm not offensive. I said you were cute. But I think I'd have loved to have seen you on Fleet Street. I think if you'd have really gone all the way as a journalist, I think you'd have flown there.
It was
cocaine on the desk,
No.
summer with the Murdochs, New Year with the Blairs. I think that would have been a wonderful life for you, Fern.
No, I'm too silly.
You're too silly.
You're not allowed to really be a silly news reporter.
I think you'd have got in there, and I don't say this like, I think you'd have been hacking phones before anyone even asked you to.
No.
I think you would have done. I think you'd have been there going, I need Dave Bowers, the house bugged.
No, this is the thing. I wasn't good at that. I found that side of it really uncomfortable, and I've got friends who did become journalists, and they would just seem like nice middle class boys, but they can do a death knock and not be phased at all. And you really have to have like no ethics whatsoever to be. It's like such a dark job.
Yeah, you're right. So it's good that you went to comedy where that's not the case at all.
Yeah, but there is a similarity between journalists and comedians, and that journalists are very like self-regarding and self-important and think what they're doing has more meaning to it than it actually does.
I'm so glad you said this, because I think one of the biggest like death rattles of Western society has been stand-up comedians being taken seriously on any level. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's really genuinely haunting.
Yeah.
The fact that I know people, we've both got friends who've been on Question Time, which is the biggest political show in this country.
Oh my God.
I met one guy, he was on Question Time, right? The guy couldn't spell McDonald's. I was like, what are you doing on there?
They asked me to go on Question Time, and my partner was like, he said, I'll never try and stop you from doing anything, and I'm so happy for you to be successful. Apart from Question Time, I'm begging you not to go on Question Time.
Did he have any pushback for going on the Sean McTalk show?
To be honest, he didn't really know what I was doing today. I said, I'm going to show Sean the new kitchen. And I said, and it'll be interesting to see what his house is like. That was it.
Well, it is. Well, I'm going to show you around the place afterwards.
I didn't say I'm going to do a talk show in Sean's living room. It just sounds like we're playing Wendy House or something.
All the guests keep this a secret.
Yeah, no one has ever done this publicly. You just showed me your new kitchen.
Yeah.
Beautiful job. My God. The neeps and tatties you can make in that place. My word. My kitchen is not as nice as yours, but we did our toilet up. And
I know about your toilet because me and Alexa sent pictures of each other's toilets.
I mean, the weird thing you've got going on with my wife.
I remember getting up from the couch to take a picture of the toilet to send to her.
My wife. Her integration into the comedy community
it's mad.
It's so unique because she's basically friends with people on a level that I could never be friends. If I sent you a picture of my toilet, you'd call the police.
I'd send it to the female comedians WhatsApp group.
Well, there you would, yeah. Which I'll never leave.
Yeah, how come she's friends with all the comedians? How did that happen?
She's just good with people, my wife.
She is so good.
She's so good with people. She's so funny. She's so smart. She's so interested in people.
Yeah.
I mean, what can I say? They say opposites attract, and it's true.
Well, do you know something? I was at a wedding last weekend, and Connor says that I have a thing where I can get strangers to tell me their life stories.
Okay.
Maybe I should have a chat show.
Oh, that's it. I always try and find out about Elliot's past. He's very tight-lipped. He just talks about the old country and stuff like that. Which, you know what? I mean, maybe if you've got the gift of the gab, I'd love to hear this. If you could maybe ask Elliot about where he comes from.
What's the old country? Are you from Nottingham?
From Derby.
It's too depressing already. We have to move on.
I sucked my thumb till I was 17, but I just feel like...
Ooh, do you have tiny thumbs?
Yeah, I do now, though. One of them's weirder than the other one.
Oh, because we had a teacher at primary that told us that was a thing.
I think we're demonetised immediately.
Shrunk
now.
it.
What? About thumbs?
Yeah.
Wait, speaking of demonetised, what do you think of Bonnie Blue? Because she's from round your way.
Who is she?
Yeah. Yeah, can you not hear her in her accent?
Let's move on from this whole
Okay.
ditch that I've driven the thing in. Your microphone has fallen out there, Fern. So I think this is a really good time to reset the interview. I forgot to start my stopwatch, so I'm just going to start again.
Will that be helpful?
Oh dear.
Are you okay?
The microphone's really gone.
The little muff's fallen off. There you go.
Thanks.
Fern. This is how we do things. You know, Fern before, Fern was on the Tommy Tiernan show in Ireland, which is the biggest chat show, one of the biggest chat shows in Ireland.
Yeah, whenever you see Irish people on it.
Can you clip it on, please?
Okay.
We're not doing subway takes.
That's a big show.
Fucking nightmare, this.
Right. Yeah, that Tommy Tiernan thing, whenever you see Irish people on
Do you want
it.
to wait till the microphone's on before you...
Can you just check that?
How have you managed... Right, do you want me to do this, Fern?
I've not got good fine motor skills.
dexterity.
Okay. Just
Thanks.
get it on anyway. Just get it on anyway. Okay. There we go.
How's that?
That looks like it should be fine. Let's check the levels again. Now that this is going to be unedited, can you tap the mic? La, la. All right. There we go.
La la. Oh, I really feel like I'm a mess today.
Fern, I've got to ask you about the book. And I don't want to talk about the book the whole time, but
Which?
it's such a...
The new one?
Well, we'll talk about the new one if you
No,
want. But I
oh.
want to talk about the first one. You wrote this incredible book,
Oh, yeah.
Strong Female Charmander. And I read the book and I thought it was brilliant. But there was nothing about Charizard in there.
I made an effort.
I mean, look, I don't want to just like... to be honest, I do like... My favourite thing about this show is I get people... Are you okay?
I was touching that.
Do you know where that is?
San Francisco.
No idea.
The Firth of Forth.
The Firth of Forth.
Is it the Forth Road Bridge?
Could be.
It could be.
Could be, yeah. You can touch that if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, your book.
Why?
I like getting my friends on here. I like getting people I respect. And I respect you so much, Fern. And I don't respect many comedians, but I
Right.
really do respect you. And the book, I thought, it was just extraordinary.
Cheers.
It was extraordinary. It is so sweet and so funny and so sad and so human. And it's like, do you know what I like most about it? There's a weird thing to say. What I like most about it?
Sex.
I suppose there was a lot of sex in that
Oh,
book, yeah.
it was like a porno about autism. That was how I was trying to sell it. Because I understand British media.
Oh yeah, because of your training.
Yeah, man, that's why if you put strip club stuff in, you can trick people into reading like the next 20 dry facts about autism. Because people don't want to listen to stuff about autism.
Yeah.
But if you put a three-way in,
Yeah.
then you can put some more autism facts in.
Do you think we could do that with this show? Do you maybe if we just started hiring like people to just have a three-way in the background, maybe the show would get...
No, this is what you have to do, Sean. You have to open your show with a clip of either me crying or me talking about having a three-way.
Okay.
Because have you seen Diary of a CEO? They open with a poof, 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 and then it'll have like a clip,
Okay.
like the most shocking clip.
Yeah. Would you
So
be able
you
to
just
start
do that.
crying now? Do you want me to make you cry?
Hang on.
This is gonna do monster numbers. So.
Then my mother died.
I'm starting to get nostalgic for the stories about the old country. I tell you what I love most about your book, Fern. I tell you what I love most about your book is of such a high quality, such an undeniable high quality.
That's because most comedians don't make any effort with their books.
That's what I was about to say. It was of such high quality that you have basically killed forever the cheap comedian cash grab book. Because we had years where comedians, some yellow-bellied hack would go on Mock the Week twice, some desperate publisher would offer them a book deal, a publisher I wouldn't even trust them to print a menu, let alone a book.
Yeah.
And then they'd come out with the lamest crap. I mean, I'd flick through it because sometimes I have friends of mine, I would be like, I don't even know they made fonts this big. You know what I'm saying? And then yours comes out, and I think you've raised the bar there.
Oh,
and I think
thanks.
I think that's genuinely great.
Hopefully the second one. I'm hoping no one reads the next one.
So because your next book is called
High Energy Unpleasant.
High Energy
I was going to change it the other day though. I might still change it.
Is it about Snorlax? How much money, Fern? And I need you to be honest with me on this show, okay?
Yes.
You're thinking of changing the title of your novel. This novel is going to this is going to be a bestseller. It's going to be a bestseller. How much money?
It's actually not hard for a book to be a bestseller if you
Okay.
get enough pre-sales.
How much money would it cost for you to? Would we have to pay you slyly in Bitcoin or Ethereum for you to name your novel, your next book, The Sean McTalk Show?
Or the Sean McBook Show.
The Sean McBook Show.
The Sean McBook Book.
Sean McBook Book. What if you just called it the Sean McBook Book?
Not the one I'm doing just now.
The one you're
No, I can't because there's...
Because surely does that fit in? What's the plot? Is it about like a really handsome hero?
Basically, there is an element that I could change that would mean that the Sean McTalk Show... Yeah, so I can't, because I don't want to say very much about
but you're
what
saying
someone's job is in
but
it.
there could
If I
be-
changed someone's job in it so that they were a frustrated TV producer, and we had a big chat before this started about how producers are scum and creative prostitutes, it could feasibly be called that.
Okay. Now, here's what I'm hearing, and I know you don't want to give too much of the book away. Here's what I'm hearing there. You're acting like the person is frustrated, which implies that the show they're working on maybe isn't that good.
Yeah,
that's not going to work for this deal. That's not going to work for this deal. It only works if actually they're frustrated because they're producing a chat show that's so good that they don't know how to act. They don't know how to act,
So good.
and they want to just get to work, but there's this huge fat Pokemon sitting.
Then the only other way around it would be for it to be a show that happens in dreams.
Well, I mean, it is a dream come true, this show, for a lot of our viewers and listeners, so that could work.
Real.
Yeah.
Because I've already plotted everything out, so the show has to happen in a dream world.
Okay. I think we're getting somewhere here. Now, if you're not willing to name the novel this, my offer of
I did say I was willing,
You are willing.
but only if one of those two, that it has to be a pile of shit show, or it has to be a show that happens in a dreamland.
I think the Dreamland thing can work.
Elliot, shut the fuck up.
Okay, sorry.
I'm answering this
I know,
earnestly.
and you're doing really well here. I think I'll take the dream, but it is going to have to be less money than you name it. I mean, it's going to have to be a bit less money because it's not a real show. So my offer was originally going to be about $1 million in Ethereum. I don't know how I'd get it. Will you accept a boiled egg?
Oh, I love eggs. But
Well, that's a deal.
what if we have the launch on this show?
Would you do the book launch on this show?
Yeah, that would be good.
That would be great! Fern! You're the best guest we've ever had! I love that you've had the success you've had, Fern.
Oh,
I just want to say this. I've always... This is a weird thing to say, but your book and your stand-up, you're so good at stand-up, and don't ever forget that. And I hope you don't ever have anyone saying that you're not. I do believe this.
I say I'm not.
I think you are. I think your
Let's not.
success is genuinely, good for this country. This is a weird thing to say.
Why are you saying this,
Because
Sean?
I believe it. Because I think we live in an entertainment landscape and a TV landscape, comedy landscape. They're always trying to narrow people down. And it's very easy to get far if you're willing to be narrowed down. And you've just come out, you show all your angles, you show all your complications, all your contradictions. And
Your mic's well for you.
Oh no! I was trying to show all my ankles.
Just want to say, Fern, I retract what I just said.
My success is good.
I think it's good. I think it's good that people like you are able to have success.
Well, I'm
I
a
think that's a good
renegade.
thing. You are a renegade, and yet you're still like a mainstream success. So that's good.
I'm not mainstream. I'm
Yeah, you did.
cult success. That's what you
did
want.
a short. Stop screaming into the microphone. Well, you did.
Cult. Cult fame is the best.
Cult. So I suppose in hindsight, that's always how this was going to end, with you screaming.
No, for real. I was
Why are
reading
you
about
holding the mic like that?
because it's gonna fall out again.
Okay, well we're going to stop
Cult
at like 5
fame
minutes.
is what you want, Sean.
But you did the Apollo. That's you've got to be. That's not.
Oh
that's
yeah, I
big,
hated
right?
that.
Fair enough. Okay.
I really didn't want. I wanted to do the Palladium because the woman that books it's from Catford, where I live, and she's nice.
And that's how you sort your career out, is it? Based on where the woman who books.
Well, she
it's from?
came up to me after another gig and she was like, "Hello, I live in Catford." And
That mic has gone again.
that's why I was holding it.
Hold it. Just keep holding it. Now, look. Before we go, I hate to put this pressure on you, Fern. Please
When
don't twist the microphone. If
okay,
you're gonna
I'll
hold
say
it,
this after.
Can you you know Elliot?
Yeah,
You know Elliot?
I met him loads.
Elliot's always, he's trying to be a writer. He's trying to get some short stories under his belt, and you're a big novelist now.
Is
You're
this
big
a
author.
joke?
No, it's not a joke.
I am a writer.
Would you, can he just, he said, I've written a short story. I was wondering if I could read it to Fern just for some notes. I know this is awkward, but just the way,
Okay.
maybe just here. Is that all right? And then we'll end the
Okay.
show. And we can cut this if you want to cut it.
Okay.
Because it might be crap, this. To be honest, I've read some of his stuff before. It leaves me cold. It leaves me cold. I can't relate to any of
Okay.
this stuff. And there's no 3 ways, so I'm like, where am I here? Where am I? Elliot, what's the story? Do you want to read us a little story?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah. And then can I just say, really brave of you to put yourself out here like this, especially with someone as established as Fern.
Thank you, and thank you for your time.
That's all right. Sorry, I just looked at my watch.
That's okay. Marion sat on the windowsill, considering her place in...
What's the name of the story? Is this the title?
This is all the title.
Okay.
Marion sat on the windowsill, considering her place in this sad word. Her dog Chappers was long gone, brackets bus, but her mum was still But her mum was still alive at least. Dad was dead, brackets bus, but for now, her mum was still alive. She fell from the windowsill, brackets Marion, but did so with dignity and humour. Her first day at work was a mixed bag, but that was last week. And that's the end of the chapter.
The chapter? I thought you said that was the title.
That's the first That's the first chapter of the title. I'm being like arty about it. She's from a northern town.
Well, what did you think, Fern?
I think the most important thing to take away is if you're going to promote your writing, you almost have to get good at performing it. Because I've seen writers, the more I've got involved with the book world, the more I've seen writers give readings of their work. And I don't think you should say the punctuation when you're reading out your story. Because that was the most... You look upset. But that was like the most interesting part of your work, but you shouldn't have been reading out.
Elliot, it was great. It was great, Elliot. It was great.
You could read out the brackets, the words in the brackets.
You read the bracket.
No, read it out in a way that suggests that brackets are around that word.
Elliot.
Her dog was dead, bus.
Exactly!
Her dad was dead, bus. Which went to the living room three-way.
Well, this has turned out as a fantastic episode. Fern, where can people find you? What are you up to? What are your next moves?
You can't find me on Instagram because, and don't ask me to do a gig because I'm not doing any gigs for a few months. Unless it's very, very well paid, then you can contact Chris at individualam.com.
There you go. Delighted that you're here, Fern. Always see Fern, always read the stuff that she's written. One of the most talented people we've got. Elliot, also a talented person. I will see all of you next Monday. Thank you very much, guys.